Heard it before. No pain, no gain. No, don't hurt. You don't ever want to hurt. You don't want anything to hurt. Protect this one and only body of yours. This yoga does not bring you pain. Don't let it bring you pain. This yoga is not hard. I promise you. You are going to be able to do it because you modify it. You make it work for you. That's an important part. Allow this yoga to be doable. How? By modifying it. As the bottom of our screen says, do what's right for your body. I should change that and say, don't hurt. Don't ever hurt. If it hurts, don't do it. Don't do it. Back out of it. Make it a pleasurable practice. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. This is where you do it your way. You don't have to worry about doing something that isn't right for your body because nobody's looking and it shouldn't matter anyway. It's all about you. It's all about you and finding movement in your body because movement makes you feel good in your head as well. Every day our practices are different. This practice is called Yoga Plus. We do yoga, plus we add in Barre, we add in Pilates, we add in weights, just to shake it up and make it a little different. As I said, every day is different. Check us out. Some days we do restorative, some days we do vinyasa flow. Just check it out and see what you like. Make it work for you. I offer the variety. I save the space on your mat for you every single day. Come and join. Do what you want to do. Give yourself the freedom to do it your way. It's an hour-long practice. You think, oh my gosh, an hour's a long time. So stick around for 10 minutes. Just do. Come with no expectations. Just come and do and see how fast the time goes by. This will be your best hour of the day. I bet you. All right. Okay, so I told you every day is different. All that stuff don't hurt. Here's the word to think about for today. Okay, right? Pain. Think about pain. Don't think about pain. Pain, the definition is a distressing sensation in a particular part of the body. So have no pain. We talk about pain and discomfort and distinguishing between the two. If it's uncomfortable, breathe through it. Realize that you'll get better. You'll cross a threshold. But if it's painful, no pain. No pain. Promise me no pain. All right, so you're going to use some props today. Today our props, the same props we use every day. 2 yoga blocks. They're wonderful. Have them. Buy them. You got the weekend ahead of you. Go buy them. They usually come with a yoga strap. We use that sometimes. Maybe you'll use it today. Have some water too. You're going to want to wet your whistle, and it's always good to be hydrated. Little hand towel always comes in handy. And an eye shade is great for your final Shavasana pose. The 2 different props we use on Fridays are this thing called a bender ball. You can buy them. There's lots of different types of them. Bender's just a brand name. It's a good one. It's squishy. It creates a squishy surface. It creates an unstable surface. They're really fun. If you buy one, don't inflate it all the way. It's supposed to be squishy. 2 weights. If you don't have hand weights, maybe 2 water bottles, or maybe just use your blocks, or maybe just go through the motions. But try to add a little bit of resistance because you want to get stronger. Everybody's got to get stronger. Come on up to standing. Lock a stress number in as you come on up. As you come on up to standing, a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, where are you today? Stress number. All that is a little quantifiable measure for you to come back to at the end to see how this is working for you. All right, I'm going to take the ball just because I like it. I'm going to squeeze it up between my thighs. Hold it tightly here. Take a pose of confidence. Feet are spread a little bit wider than hip width distance. Hands to your hips, elbows back and down, chest is lifted. Let's just get the blood flowing. Have a chair nearby or a countertop so you can have some balance if you want. It's no big deal. You gotta get that in your head. Make this yoga work for you. Start to come up onto the balls of your feet and then down on your heels. Lift and lower, finding your foundation. Starting from the ground up. We all know that's how you build something solid, right? You gotta start with a good solid foundation. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go, audibly, let it go. Elbows are back and down, chest is lifted. Wake up your feet, your ankles. Maybe be barefoot. You're at home. Maybe barefoot to allow your feet to really dig into the ground, to allow your toes to lift and lower. Find strength here. Breathe. All right, come down onto your heel. Maybe lift your toes up, give them a wiggle. Maybe a little rocking going back and forth. Just wake up your feet. And when you're ready, squeezing that ball good and tight. If you don't have it, no big deal. Just breathe. Just kind of engaging the inner thighs a little bit. Breathe. Let's finish up. Come down to your heels. Maybe lift your toes up if you didn't already do it. Just give them a little wiggle. Lift your arms up to the sky. Think Tadasana pose, extended mountain. Reach through your fingertips, but at the same time, soften in your shoulders. Breathe. Interlace your fingers, palms to the sky, sway from side to side. Little gentle palm tree pose. Wake up your spine. Let the body know, hey, good stuff's coming. Warm up so you're ready. All right, hands release to your low back. Squeeze your elbows toward the back of the room. Push your hips forward. Look up to the sky. Little baby back bend. Exhale the air out of your lungs and fold forward. Fold in half like a paper clip. Let your arms go down toward the earth. Little bend in your knees feels good. Feel what you feel. We've been talking about that all week. Feel what you feel. Sounds silly? No. Be present. Be in the present moment. Feel what you feel in your body. Fold a little more forward. Look back to your knees or to the ball or up towards your belly button. Little bend in your knees. Try that on for size. See how that feels. Let it go. Inhale, sweep your arms up, stack your spine up, one vertebra on top of the other. Extended mountain arms. Now let's take our arms and bring them down by our sides. Start to sway from side to side. Twist, twist, twist. A gentle, controlled twist. Let it feel good in your low back. You are in control. You're in control of your movements. Be strong in your movements so you can move and not get hurt. No pain. Arms are heavy. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Squeeze that ball. Solid foundation. You got it. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Put a little bend in your knees. Almost think chair pose. A little bend in your knees. Take your arms, tee them out, and start to do arm circles. Little pulses in the knees. Arm circles can be small or larger. And maybe move the knees a little bit. Little pulses in the knees. Maybe the circles in your arms get bigger and bigger. And then you take them in the opposite direction. How's the pulsing in the knees going? Breathe, breathe, breathe. And when you're ready, after doing your arm circles for a bit, send the arms back up to your extended mountain. Take a little back bend. Take a big forward fold. Hands to opposite elbow creases. If you got the ball between your thighs, your feet are already hip-width distance apart. No ball, that's fine. Work your hips so their feet are about 2 fist widths apart. Bend your elbows, hands to opposite elbow creases, ragdoll pose. Let your arms sway. One elbow back toward a knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. And again, revisit the bend in the knees. How does it feel? How does it feel in your low back? Breathe. All right, maybe you want to stay doing your ragdoll for the next 5 minutes. It's up to you. Do ragdoll throughout the day. You know, after you've been sitting for a long time, stand up and do ragdoll pose. And remember how good it makes you feel. It's worth it. Finish up with your ragdoll. Hands release to the mat. Remove the ball from between your thighs. Come on down. Child's pose. Child's pose in the classic variation is knees together, big toes touching, hips back to heels. Use a block if you want to bring the ground up to your forehead as you rest it here. Arms down by your sides, shoulders away from your ears. Big breath in, lengthen through your spine. Big breath out, settle your hips back. Use a block or no block at all, you decide. Wide-legged child's pose is yet another option. There's always options. Knees spread wide, big toes touch, hips back to your heels, arms extend, push into your hands, send your bottom back to your heels. Let it feel good. Let your back be long. Reach your arms forward. You can have your block underneath your forehead. You can bring your block down to the ground. You can bring your forearms down to the mat. How does that feel? Maybe you choose today to straighten the arms even more and slide your fingers more to the top of your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your breaths long. Don't let them be shallow. A shallow breathing indicates that you are working too hard and you're stressing out. Yogurt's good. Yoga is meant to calm your mind and your body.
not to stress you out. Listen to your breath. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Sighs help as well. Sigh it out through your mouth if you're stressing. And then close your lips and try to breathe in and out of your nose. Build heat in your body. Feel the backs of your lungs expand even more when you take a big breath in through your nose. And let it go out your mouth, or out your nose. Out your nose, in your nose, out your nose. Breathe. All right, let's come out of your child's pose, whichever variation you're in. Let's do a forearm stretch. Come to a neutral tabletop, knees under hips, shoulders over wrists. Bring your hands so your fingers are pointing toward your knees and just wiggle, wobble, move back and forth in the hips, feeling a nice stretch in your forearms. Maybe send your bottom back a little bit, deepen the stretch. Maybe let your palms pop up a little bit from your mat. Just stretch your forearms, whatever feels right. How are you doing? Letting it feel good. All right. Let's finish here. Bring your hands back to a natural position. Kind of move each individual finger like you're playing a piano to just kind of get those little tingles out of the forearms. All right, let's do our cat-cow pose, shall we? All right, in a cat-cow pose, same thing, neutral tabletop, push the earth away. Don't forget to push your feet into the mat. Kind of push so hard that you almost feel like you're about to levitate. Lengthen through your spine and your tailbone. When you're ready to take a big exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, and arch your back to the sky. Oh, that feels nice. Inhale, cow pose, just the opposite. Tailbone and crown of the head lift. Really accentuate the lift of your bottom. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Do a couple more, your pace of breath. It really helps. Exhale, drawing the navel to the spine. Push away for cat. Inhale, cow. Belly comes down, tailbone up, crown of the head up. So, think of the movement in your neck. Think of the movement in your shoulders. And think of that very important movement in the low back. That's where most of us tend to get back pain over time. And this will help with it. You know what else will help with it? I'll show you. Let's come back to a neutral tabletop. Extend your right leg long. Press the ball of your right foot into your mat. Ooh, feel that good stretch, especially in the calf. Lift the right leg up, cross the midline of the body, squeeze high in the upper inner thighs, place the ball of the right foot down on the left side, look over your left shoulder. Nice little controlled twist here, nice movement, all up and down, lateral flexion on the right side of your spine, helping your low back here. Sweep that extended right leg around, bring it around, bring it to almost hip height if that's comfortable, and then send your right arm up to the sky, twist. Controlled twists are so good for your back. Plant the hand, plant the knee next to the other knee, other side, left leg extends, ball of the foot comes down. Push into the earth, and don't forget to push the top of your right foot into the earth too. Hold it here. As you're ready, lift the left leg up. Cross the midline of the body. Squeeze high in the upper inner thighs. You've got it. Look over your right shoulder. Look back to the foot, to the knee, to your bottom. When you're ready, head comes back to the midline, leg sweeps around to whatever height feels right for you. Plant the foot, lift the arm up to the sky, and look up. Twist. You've got it. Plant the hand. Bring the left knee to meet the right. Cat-cow, one cycle or two, whatever you want. Move your spine. It's getting some good movement going. All right, let's do our bird dog pose. Let's add in the ball if you want. All right, so let's bring the ball underneath the right knee. Draw the right toes towards your shin. Left leg, lift up the knee and extend the left leg long. This ball creates an unstable surface for you. Press into your hands. Draw your left toes towards your shin. Hold it right here, keeping the leg at about hip height, keeping it level. If you can, maybe you use it as a little bit of a kickstand. It's all good. Right arm reaches long to the front of the room. Reach, press into the earth. It helps. Now, exhale. Draw the elbow to the knee under your belly button. Reach, elbow to knee under the belly button. Reach one more time, maybe. Reach good and long and strong. Pull, lengthen your spine. Finish, hand down, knee down, switch out the ball. Left knee on the ball. Draw the left toes towards your shin, creates a little bit of a kickstand for that unstable surface you've got going on. Press on up, lift the knee to hip height, extend the right leg, draw the toes to the shin, push the earth away, hold it right here. This is a challenge, especially if you're on that ball. Perhaps add in the left arm, reach, that's hard too. If you want to use a block at the top of your mat to reach for it, go for it. Reach, elbow to knee, 1, 2, 3 times, whatever you want. And then let's finish. Hand down, knee down, remove the ball. What do you think? Let's do a brief wide-legged child's pose. Hips back to your heels. Arms reach, stretch it out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then finish. Oh my gosh, we're moving, I promise. Gonna keep the blood flowing. Bring your blocks by your side. Toes pose, ankle flow. Tuck your toes toward your shins. Have a seat back on your heels. Blocks by your sides. Bring the ground up to you. Nestle in here. Settle in to your feet. Pain, come out of it. Take it to a lesser percent. See where you can take it, where you still feel a little bit of a challenge, but aren't in pain. No pain, remember that. That light's off. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Settle in. If you like, let's go to the ankle pose. Tops of your feet on your mat. Press into your blocks. When you're ready, lean on back. It is raining and it is dark here in Colorado. I got a light out, but not for long. Let there be light. It helps a little bit. All right, so maybe push into your blocks. Oh, how do you feel in the feet? Explore this. Feel what you feel. Let's go back to toes pose. Sit back as far as you like. Use the blocks or not. You decide how you want it to be. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer center, and I'm going to flow this back and forth, coming onto the tops of my feet. I'm not going to use any blocks. I could always use my hands as a kickstand. That's an idea. But I'm going to try to find balance here. And, just challenge yourself. It's those little things. It's the little things that are the big things, right? Keep challenging yourself. Just try it. And if it's not quite working, make it work. That's what you do. You modify. That's what you do with life, right? You make it work. You modify. You get through. And we're all doing well so far. Keep breathing. So, I'm going to come back to that feel what you feel. Really feel what you feel in your ankles and your feet. Keep that mobility going. All right. You know what another pose is? It really helps build strength now that we got a strong foundation. Something that engages all that we have. All right, let's finish up in this toes pose thing. All right, find your ball. Let's do our plank. Okay, so here's the deal. You do the variation of plank you like. If you're new to planking, you could lie down on your back, take your 2 blocks, push them up toward the sky, and imagine that you're in a plank position. You could also take your plank on your knees. You can come to that neutral tabletop, walk your hands forward and hinge forward, putting more weight into your arms to feel the strength here. And you just kind of feel everything engage. Your belly tightens up. You get strong. You're going to tighten everything you got. You can take a high plank. You can take a plank on your forearms. You know the different variations. I'm going to take the ball, and I'm going to place it between my thighs. You could do nothing at all if you want. We're going to set a timer for 1 minute, and the purpose of that timer is just for you to be able to assess your progress. All right, I'm going to come into a high plank with the ball. Let's go with the timer now. All right, so press your hands into the mat. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Feet are hip width distance apart. The ball helps you do that. Press into the earth and hold it here. We are already just about 20 seconds in. Is that about right? Yeah, press into the mat. You check out the timer, see how you're doing, measure your progress. Always fun to progress. We all want to progress, right? And let me tell you, if you're just showing up, you're making good progress. We're halfway there. There are breaks you can take here. You could push into your hands, send your hips high, and take a down dog for a breath or 2. You could drop to your knees and take a breath or 2. Press into the earth. We've got 15 seconds to go. Whichever variation you're in, feel what you feel. Feel the engagement of everything you got. Breathe. We got 5 seconds to go. Hold it. You can do anything for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second. You're done. Come down to your knees. All right, you did it. There was your plank. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink of water. We're gonna go into some other core stuff. Hello to Esther. Hello to Tammy. Hello to Stan, Marietta, Kelly, Margarita, Rena, Tim, Steve, Roger, Kelly. It's good to see you. All right, water. All right, woo. Ball to your low back. Now you don't have to use the ball. You could come down slowly all the way to your back. The ball is just fun, kicks it up, something different. You gotta keep it fun, right? All right, lean on back into that ball. Bend your knees, soles of your feet on your mat. Spread your knees a little bit, reach your arms between your legs, and reach, and breathe, and reach, and breathe. All right, you can have your legs, your knees bent. You could peel on up and do this if you don't have the ball. Ball is kind of nice. Now you're not leaning all the way back on the ball so much as it is a crutch. You are just aware of the ball's existence. Breathe. Hello, Kennel. It's nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a long time. You know what? Sometimes we take a hiatus, right? Sometimes we are busy doing other things, but it's good to come back to your mat. Breathe, breathe, and try other people's yoga. You know what? You got to find what works for you, and what works for you changes over time. All right, breathe, breathe, breathe. Little lifts, little lowers. Maybe take it a little lower and then a little higher. Breathe, breathe. All right, your feet. Maybe you want to send your legs long. Maybe you want to keep the knees bent. Maybe you want to lift your feet up and breathe, breathe, breathe. Little lifts, little pulses. You can do it. Keep your head in line with your shoulders. You got it, you got it, you got it. All right, let's put our feet down. Let's remove the ball and come to fully reclined. Stretch it out, but don't let the ball go. Reach long to the top, point your toes, long to the bottom. You've got it. I'm gonna peel on up, make a little sit up, and then place the ball either between your ankles, under your heels, or you chuck it across the room. You don't have to have the ball at all. All right, I'm gonna rest my ankles on it today. Something different. I'm gonna come back to fully reclined. Do you know where we're going? I bet you do. We're gonna do Pilates. Joseph Pilates. Thank you for the practice. We're gonna do hundreds. All right, feet can be lifted. Feet can be on your mat. The ball can be squeezed between your ankles. Arms down by your sides, shoulders away from your ears. When you're ready, peel your shoulders up. Maybe lift your feet up. I'm gonna keep them on the ball today. And then pat the ground. In the Pilates practice, which he called controlology, it didn't get named Pilates until after his death, but in his practice, the whole idea behind this was to act as if you're patting the ground, or not to act, to actually pat the ground 100 times. So you're patting, 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 moving the arms, pulsing the arms 100 times. All right, my ankles are on the ball. Maybe lift the legs up. Keep the low back plugged in. How do you like it? Breathe. Just make it a little more challenging to whatever works for you. Breathe, breathe. Maybe lift the legs a little bit more. I don't know how many times we're patting the ground. I think we've done it more than 100 times actually, but you do it however many times is right for you today. Finish. Come on down. I'm gonna remove the ball from between my ankles. Arms are down by my sides. Breathe. Let it go. Nice core work. You know what else is good core work? Let's press on up. Find the ball. Doing plank. Hey, guess what? We're gonna do another one. You do it if you want. Take any variation of plank you like. I'm gonna set a 1-minute timer again because we can. All right, this time I'm gonna take this ball, I'm gonna kick it up a notch, I'm gonna place it underneath the tops of my feet. Maybe you do the same. Maybe you stay on your knees. Maybe you straighten up. We're gonna set a 1-minute timer, set up for the variation of plank that you like, and let's do it. All right, I'm gonna come into a high plank. 1-minute timer, please. please. Oh, there we go. Good. All right. Yeah, 1 minute. All right. Shoulders are over the wrists. Your arms are strong. The ball underneath the tops of the feet. Create an unstable surface. Push the earth away. No giving up here. Variations, yes. Modifications, of course. Keep at it. We've been doing this for 20 seconds. You've got it. Hold. Stay strong. Your arms are super strong. You're in good alignment. Shoulders over the wrists. Suction cup your fingers like little geckos. Hold on. It takes some of the tension off the wrist. Hold on and breathe. We've got 20 seconds to go. You can do anything for 20 seconds. Yes, you can. Breathe. Push the earth away. Guess what? We've got 10 seconds to go. Hold on. Push. Push. You can do it. Hold on. Modify when you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Yes. Press it back to a wide-legged child's pose. Put the ball underneath your hands. Push it forward. Sink your head down to the mat. Move the ball from side to side. Ooh, even get into the armpits. Feel this stretch in the arms. All right, let's finish. All right, you've done 2 minutes of planking so far. All right, let's go. Come on, you got to challenge yourself. Let's do some lunges. Let's get into the hips. Okay, 2 blocks by your side. Standing on your knees, bring the right foot forward. You know how we do our lunge. The blocks bring the ground up to you. Send your leg long, top of the left foot on your mat. Right knee over right ankle. Woo! Maybe push into the blocks. Maybe lift your arms up, up, up to the sky. Maybe taking a little baby back bend feels good, or maybe not. Don't do it if it's painful. Breathe. Hands back to the blocks or prayer center. Maybe you tell yourself something positive right here. How about I am strong, or I am really getting strong. I can do this. Yes, I can. All right, breathe. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms into your leg, into your thigh. Send the right knee forward to the ankle. Feel the nice deep stretch in the left hip flexor. Breathe. Maybe stay right here. Here we go. Feel what you feel. How does it feel in that left hip? Hands to the blocks. Start to surf it out by straightening the right leg and then rebending the right leg. You can hold on to the block. Just straighten and bend that right knee. Maybe take it farther. Walk the blocks back. Maybe bring your bottom down to your left heel. Walk it forward with or without the blocks. But pretend like you're surfing. Breathe. Maybe ditch the blocks, hands to prayer center, and surf here. Your core's engaged today. Oh yes, it is. 2 sets of plank. You're rocking it. Doesn't matter how many breaks you took. You're a champion. Stick with it. All right, let's finish with this surfing. Come up to standing on the knees, switch the knees out. Right knee down, left foot forward. Knee ankle, use the blocks to send your right leg super duper long. Top of the right foot is on the mat. Breathe. You can put a towel under your knee if that feels better. Shoulders can come over your hips, or maybe you stay here holding onto the blocks. It's still a huge stretch. I'm going to do a little baby back bend. Hands to prayer center. What's my little mantra for today? Nobody has to know your mantra. It's in your head. Make it good. Make it positive. All right, time to interlace your fingers. Send your hands onto your thigh. Push the left thigh forward. Knee forward to the ankle. Feel what you feel in the right front of your hip. Soften your shoulders. Hands to the blocks. Maybe it's time to surf. Straighten the knee a little or a lot. And if the back knee doesn't feel right, you could fold your mat over a couple times and place it underneath the right knee. And a towel is always good. Have the props that you need to make the practice doable for you. I'm going to take hands to prayer center. I'm going to bring it on back to my heel. Going to inhale, bring it on up, and take it forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Take a moment here and try to find your balance. And you got your hands, bring them down if you need to. Little assist, nothing wrong with that. Surf it out. You've got better balance than you're giving yourself credit for. You just got to challenge it. All right. That's about the same on that side, wouldn't you say? All right, let's take our knees together. Little baby camel back bend. Hands to your low back, elbows squeezed. Look up, up, up to the sky. And then finish. All right, find your two weights. These are that hexagonal shape, so my knuckles can be holding the shaft and allow me to come into a neutral tabletop here. All right, if you got that kind of weight, let's try this. From your neutral tabletop, bring a weight up toward one armpit, then toward the other. Just kind of get used to the weights, kind of get comfortable with them. And you know what else you're comfortable with? Planking. What do you think? Let's do it again if you want. Hands come forward, legs go long. Let's set a 1-minute timer. Let's go. Here we go. All right, your hands have the weights or not. Maybe you ditch the weights. Maybe you stay on your knees. It's all good. I'm going to start to lift a weight to an armpit, then the other weight to the armpit. Try to minimize the swing in your hips. That's really hard. Just be aware of it. Be aware. Lift the weight to the armpit and back down. Guess what? 30 seconds. You got it. 30 seconds in. Take breaks when you need. Breathe. You can do it. Breathe. Guess what? 20 seconds to go. Come on. Don't give up. Let it be a little hard. Let it be a little bit of a challenge. Nothing wrong with that. 10 seconds to go. Not even that. You're almost done. Let's finish here, right about now. Come on down to your knees. Remove the weights. Don't throw them at the screen. Thanks for being here. All right, grab a drink. There we go. Tabletop rows, plank rows, whatever. Guess what? We've done 3 minutes of planking so far. Come on, let's go. Grab your weights. Come on up to standing. All right. You know, maybe you're taking all of the planks on the ground. Totally fine. On the ground, by that I mean your knees on the ground. Totally fine. Let's add in our hand weights here. Familiar sequence. Hands, weights to your shoulders. Elbows are hugged in. They're not flying around. They're hugged in towards your waist. Start to lift the weights to the sky and bring them on down. Lift and lower. Now you could do one weight at a time. Strength in your arms. You've got it. Overhead. All right, let's switch it up here. Bring your weights to your shoulders. Send your palms toward the front of your room. And then lift here. Try to keep the weights kind of, sort of at the same height, maybe. Try not to let them get too staggered. Weights to your shoulders and lift. Shoulders and lift. Palms facing forward. How's this working for you? Remember, you could do one at a time, but if you're going up together, take them up together equally. Breathe. Maybe here you want to breathe out of your mouth. Oh, let some of that heat go that you built up doing all those planks. Would you rather do this or would you rather be planking? We'll do them both, right? All right, now lift your weights high to the sky. Turn your palms toward the midline of your body, and then slowly open up your arms, tee them out. Feels good to do it slowly. All right, you're rooted into your feet. Little teeny pulses of the arms up, up, up. My arms aren't very even there. There we go. Lift, lift. Little pulses up to the sky. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe, breathe. All right, let's bend the elbows now. Bring the weights to your shoulders. Elbows open wide to the sides of your room. Extend and bring them back in. Extend, back in. You've got it. Gosh, I always hope and wish that this were a 90-minute class. What do you think? All right, it's all good, right? You're getting into it. Get into it and enjoy. All right, remember you could alternate to one arm, then the other, or both arms at the same time. Try to turn your neck in one direction, back to center, then turn your neck in the other direction. Strong arms, you got them. When you're ready, Let's finish here. Bring the weights to your shoulders, elbows to about shoulder height. Bring your forearms parallel to each other to the sides of your room. So your arms are cactused out. Little pulses up, up, up in these cactus arms. Breathe. You can be doing this with water bottles. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, let's bring the arms slowly down by your sides. Give the shoulders a break. Palms in towards your thighs. Bend in your knees, drinking bird pose. Bend in your knees a little or even more. Come on up to the balls of your feet, baby. Adjust your feet so it feels right. You can be on your feet solidly or bend your knees and come up onto the balls of your feet. Staying right here is fine. I think the weights actually help with the stability here. Send your shoulders back and down. Bend a little bit more in your knees and just pulse here. Little pulses. What does that mean? Little pulses. Come up an inch and down an inch and just move. Breathe. Maybe sink a wee bit lower. Arms are stable. Shoulders are resting. Now those quads are waking up, right? Strong quads, big muscles. Keep them strong. Settle in. Settle in and sink to your lowest point. Bend your elbows, bring the weights towards your shoulders, and then bring them back toward the back of the room. Weights toward your armpits, then back toward the back of the room. Find your balance. Focus forward. Don't quit. Challenge your balance. Maybe you sink lower or not. Whatever is challenging to you, take it. Only you know. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do. I'm just making suggestions. Send the weights to the back of the room and pulse them in towards your low back. Maybe sink a little lower and pulse. What feels right for you today? Let's finish. Legs straighten. Weights come back towards your shoulders. Weights go back up to the sky. Elbows bend, hands together, weights are together. Maybe you ditch one weight, hug the elbows in toward your ears, and then lift. Breathe. Breathe in and out. Let some heat go, let some stress go. Lift, work the backs of your arms, your triceps. Breathe. All right. Nice. Let's do more. We're doing for the triceps here. Let's go back to the biceps. How are we going to do that? We're going to send the arms high to the sky. Let the arms float down by your sides. Let the shoulders rest for a moment. Bring your arms parallel to the mat like you're serving a tray of holiday hors d'oeuvres or cocktails. Bend your elbows, bringing the weights toward your chest. You're working the biceps. Look at your biceps. They're getting big and strong. Good on you. You could alternate. One arm, then the other. Work your biceps. Soften your shoulders. Elbows about to shoulder height. And you're extending that weight, serving that tray of cocktails, and then bringing the weights back to your shoulders. Come on now. You got it. One arm at a time is fine. When you're ready, let's finish. Arms down by your sides. Their shoulders rest. Give them a wiggle. All right, cross body punches. This is fun. Put a little bend in your knees. When you're ready, weight in one direction, other weight in the other direction. Cross the midline of your body. Little twist going on in your waist. You can do it. You're strong. How did you like my reading of some testimonies of what your yoga is doing for you from some of your fellow yogis? I don't use the names. I won't use the names, but I like reading how the yoga is so good for you. So if you want to send me something, put it in our group, Friends of 316 Yoga on Facebook, or, just comment below or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make a comment. What do you like? What are you noticing positive in your body with your yoga? All right, breathe. Doesn't take much. You know it. You just come, you just do, you just try. Add a little more twist in. Cross body punches.
When you're ready, we'll finish with this. And let's be ready now. Bring your weights down by your sides. Take a big breath in. Big shoulder softening breath out. Bend at the waist, hinge forward. Time to put your weights down for just a little bit. Roll your spine on back up. Let's do tree pose. For your tree pose, hands together. In prayer, repeat your mantra. Weight into one foot, open up the other knee to the side of the room. Place the sole of that bent legs foot to the inner calf or high into the thigh, or maybe you kickstand it on the ground. Maybe you hold onto a counter or a chair. It's all good. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Push your foot into your leg and leg into your foot. Look up and focus where the ceiling and the wall meet. Stay focused because you can. You are strong. You are in control. You got it. Grow your branches if you like and sway them. Use that chair if you need to. No big deal. If you fall out, get right back in. There's no stopping you. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Right foot meets left, left foot meets right on the mat. Bend the opposite knee and open it up. Slip the foot to wherever is comfortable. Maybe it's on the ball of the foot. That's good too. Maybe you bring the foot high into the thigh, but not on the knee. Foot into the leg, leg into the foot, hips equal distant to the front of your room. So many cues. There's so many things to check in with. You know your body. Check in with it. Keep it in good alignment. And keep it fresh. Keep it fresh. Keep your practice fresh. Put a smile on your face. Grow your branches if you like. This all helps. It helps. You may reach a slump where you feel like, it's not doing much. Oh, yes, it is. Kick it up a notch if you need to. Try to take a long blink here. Try to close your eyes a little bit. That'll kick it up a notch. Maybe cross your arms across the midline of your body. That'll kick it up a notch. And then finish. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right, right foot meets left. Take a big step out with your right leg. Hands to your hips or to a chair. Hinge forward. Find your balance on your right leg. Lift your back leg. Maybe lift it a little higher as you work your chest more parallel to the earth. Lift the leg. Breathe. Hands can stay on your hips, hands can stay on a chair, or arms can reach forward for a warrior 3 pose. Stretch, breathe, you've got it, hold it. Hands to prayer center in gratitude, because look what you're doing, pretty amazing. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Take a big step back with your right leg. Take it in layers, maybe hinging forward a little bit, keeping the ball of that back foot down is plenty of a challenge. Hands to your hips, chest is lifted like that confidence stance. Maybe that's plenty of a challenge. Maybe hinge forward. Put a little bend in your foundational knee and maybe just dance the back toes on your mat. Maybe lift the foot higher. Hold on to the chair if you want. No shame in that. Lift the leg. Maybe arms reach long to the front of your room, warrior 3. Hands back to prayer center. Right foot meets left on your mat. Hinge forward. Hinge forward. Capture your calves. Fold in half. Hollow out your belly. Crown of the head toward the earth. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Fold in half. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands to your mat. Come on down to your knees. Plank time. Hands, but not a serious plank. We're not going to set a timer for this one. Come to a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees above your mat. Just hold them here for a few seconds. Shoulders are over your wrists. Just hold it here. I'll hold space for you to hold it as long as you want, but don't feel bad if you got to come down. It's no big deal. Hold it here. Push the earth away in your bear plank, also called crouching panther. Breathe. Let's come down. I don't even know how long we did it, and it doesn't matter. Let it be. All right, quick little half pigeon pose. All right, come back to a downward facing dog. What is that? Hands are planted. Tuck your toes toward your body. Lift your hips high to the sky. Tailbone high to the sky. Feet hip width distance apart. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Shake your neck. Move it. Lift your tailbone even higher. Kick your right leg high to the sky and shake it out. Exhale, right knee
to the right wrist, left leg long and straight, top of the left foot on your mat. Draw your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. We did this pose yesterday I think we did it 3 minutes. Today, we're going to do it without the block. We're going to press into our hands, lengthen through the back leg, gaze down your nose, arms are straight, hold it here. Hips are equal distant to the mat. Bend your elbows, maybe slip on down to your forearms. Let your forehead touch your arms, soften in your shoulders, and come out of it. Hands back to the mat, back left toes, tuck under. Right leg lifts, shake it out. Take a wild thing if you want. What is that? Lift the right leg high, kick it high, move the leg around, find your balance, circle it around. Right leg, let it cross the midline of your body. Maybe let the right foot come down to the earth. Right arm goes high. You're almost in like a reverse tabletop. Right arm high, lift, kind of fun. Flip it back around. Right arm comes back down and the right foot meets the left. Pedal it out. Other side, left leg, kick it high. Move it around, across the midline of the body a little bit. All right, we're going to do it a lot in just a second. Just move the leg. When you're ready, let it cross. The ground isn't too far away. Bring it on down. Your arm is strong. Lift the left arm up. Breathe. You got it. Let's finish. Hand comes down. Left leg meets right. Pedal it out. And breathe. When you're ready, come down to your knees. But hover them for a second or two. Crouching panther. Breathe. Hold it. You're strong. Knee comes down. Come to a neutral tabletop position. Find your ball or a weight. Place it behind your right knee. Come to a neutral tabletop. Start to lift the right knee to the side of the room. I'm going to turn around. Lift the right knee to the side of the room in your fire hydrant pose. Hips are awake now. Boy, are they ever. We did that nice long lunge. And how's this this fire hydrant pose feel here? Lift and lower, and let's finish. Hover the right knee next to the left. Not as bad as a bear plank, right? Lift the right knee to the back of the room. Knee to hip height. Pulse the weight, or pulse the ball, or pulse the heel. There we go. Pulse the heel into your bottom. Dial your right hip down. Pulse the heel into your bottom for a little donkey kick. The other variation of donkey kick, you know this one too. Hug the heel towards your bottom. Pulse your foot up, up, up to the sky. Great low back strengthener. Push into the earth. Don't let your belly sag. You got it. You've done plank. You're strong. Hover the right knee next to the left. Plant the right knee. Other side. Ball behind the left knee. Fire hydrant pose. Lift, lift. It helps to draw the toes toward the shin. Lift like a little dog or a big dog on a fire hydrant. You've got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Mobility in your hips. Hover the left knee next to the right. Swing it a little bit, move it, plant it. Now, lift the left leg up, knee to hip height. Lift the knee a little higher. You got it. Start to kick the ball in towards your bottom. Push the earth away. Little variation of your donkey kick, kick, kick. Hug the heel in towards your bottom and pulse the leg up to the sky. Come on now, pulse, pulse, pulse. Strengthen that low back of yours. You got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. When you're ready, hover the left knee next to the right. Oh, why not? Let's bring the knee down. Remove the ball. Hover both knees above the mat in your crouching tiger. Press into your mat. Hold it here. Stay strong. Even your toes are feeling it, right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Come on down. Come all the way down to your belly. To your belly with the arms reaching high overhead. Superman pose. Lift your legs up. Maybe one leg or the other or both. Nose, chin, forehead are down on your mat. Breathe, lengthen, legs, lift them a little higher. Come up onto your pelvis a little bit more. Add in the arms if you like. Fly like Superman. Compression of the low back, strengthening. You've got it. Hold it here. Take it to a Pilates swimmer. Kick your feet. Kick your feet like you're swimming. Really swim. Breathe. Arms are going to move too. Kick, kick, kick. Finish. Hands underneath your collarbones. Press on up to a standing on your knees. Hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Look up to the sky. Take a little gentle back bend. Come on down. Time to plank. Time to plank, but not a long one, I promise. No timer, okay? All right, here's the deal. Side plank. Try it with a straight arm. Shoulder over wrist, but take it on your knee. Bottom knee is down. I'm on my right arm as my foundation. Right knee is down. Left leg is going to lift. Bring your left hip on top of your right hip. So it's not going too far forward, not going too far back, just right. Press into your arm and lift your leg. Lift your leg. Reach the arm up to the sky, then reach the arm to the front of the room. Stretch here. Breathe. All right, now we're going to, the left arm and the left leg, we're going to bend the joints there and have the elbow meet the knee, and then stretch. Elbow to knee, stretch. Oh my goodness, time's almost up. All right, one more for good measure. Take it to the other side. Okay, other side, left arm down, left arm's your foundation, you're on your left knee. Send your right leg long. Hold it right here. Maybe you're balancing right there. Maybe you lift it up. Maybe the arm lifts up. Reach to the front of the room. Hold it. Push into the earth. Hips are stacked. Elbow to knee and reach. Elbow to knee and reach. Elbow to knee and reach. And finish. Come on down onto your back side. Bring your eye shade or your towel to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Hands to prayer center. Slowly lower down. Lower all the way down to your bridge pose. Bend your knees. How you doing? Reverse plank. No, just kidding. Arms down by your sides. Press into your feet. Lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Hips go even higher. Hands interlace behind your low back. Press your pinkies into the mat. Remove your hands. Slowly lower your hips down. One vertebra at a time. Left leg long. Right knee bends. Hug it in. Circle your ankle. Foundation. That's where we started. Thank it. Move it for all that it's done for you today. Draw your left toes toward your left shin so your calf stays down. Let the right hand work the left knee across the midline of the body. Right arm tees out, supine twist. Right hip comes down. Hug the knee in. Hug it in even more. Come on, don't hold back. Your arms are strong. Release the right leg long. Draw your left heel up, up, up. Supine twist on this side. Start by circling the ankles. The left ankle. Draw the right toes toward the shin. Right hand guides the left knee as you roll onto your right hip. Left arm tees out. Look to the left. Breathe. Bring the left hip on down. Hug the left knee in. Good and strong. You're stronger than that. Hug it in even more. Soften your shoulders. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Left leg goes along to meet the right. Draw both heels up. Hug the left knee to the left armpit, right knee to the right armpit. Take your variation of a happy baby. Maybe that's rocking from side to side. Maybe that's capturing the inner calves. Maybe it's capturing the heels with your hands, drawing your toes towards your shins, and sending one leg to the sky, then the other. Bring your shoulders back on down. Head is resting. One leg straightens, the other leg bends, and vice versa. All right. Finish up. Knees meet the midline of your body. Point your toes towards your shins. Feet are flat like they're going up to the sky. And lower your hips down. Lower your hips. Your hips are already down. Lower your legs down a little at a bit at a time. A little at a bit. A little bit at a time. Hold it. Bring them on down. Bring them all the way down. All the way down. Spread your heels. Spread your legs so your heels are at the edges of your mat. All right, a few minutes for rest, because rest is important. All right, cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Let it go. In through the nose. And a couple big sighs, audibly, out through your mouth. Put a smile on your face. Guess what? You did it. All right, pinky toes fall toward the earth. Squeeze and scrunch your eyebrows, your lips, your jaws. Really tighten them up, and tighten up your fists too. Tighten up your toes toward the soles of your feet. and feel what you feel. Tightness in the neck, tightness from these hands squeezing all the way up your forearms, all the way up into the shoulders, all the way up into your neck, even your glutes. Tighten them up really, really super duper tight. Hold it, squeeze tightly, and release. Oh, let it go. Let that release feel fabulous. So fabulous. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze your eyes tightly closed, fingers, toes, shoulders, your glutes, just tight. Let everything be tight like it feels tight when you're in a plank. Tight, tight squeeze, tight, tight, tighter, and then release. Oh, let it go. Breathe. Soften. Let it go. Try to think no thoughts just for a little bit longer as your focus is just on your breath. Breathe in. Feel what you feel. Feel the lungs fill up. Feel the belly pooch up to the sky. Feel what this big breath does inside you. Embrace that little pause between inhale and exhale and let it go. As you let it go, just feel the whole body relax. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. If you want to stay longer in your final Shavasana, the remote control is nearby. Push pause and stay longer here. If it's time to go on with your day, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your ankles, wiggle your wrists, circle them out. Inhale, reach high overhead, take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch before you even get out of bed. Point your toes, reach your fingers a little bit longer. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Low arms bicep is a pillow for your head. Soften up and breathe. In and out. As you're ready, slowly press on up. You can keep your eyes closed or open them. Use your hands or don't. You decide. So many decisions to make, but make good ones because your consequences are a result of your choices, and choosing your yoga is a good choice. Bring your hands to prayer center. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. Take a big breath in and a big relaxing breath out. Let it go. You did it. 1 hour. It goes by fast, doesn't it? All right. Have a great day. No pain, no gain. Don't know pain. Don't do pain. Have a great day. Do what you can with what you got and realize you got a lot. And you'll realize it even more if you keep coming back to yoga. All right, you guys. Here's Piper. Good girl. Ready to do her yoga. Okay, have a great day. From all of us to all of you, much love, joy. Focus on these things. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Good girl. Give me your paw. Can I have your paw? No? You want to do yoga. Good girl.